Hey everybody, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com/Patreon. Yes, the time has finally come to make some changes on my channel, but I promise you, these changes are very good and beneficial for everybody involved, so let's talk. So it is no secret by now that advertising revenue is on a steady decline, which is not a good thing at all, because for content creators like myself, who at least create content on YouTube, advertising revenue is our primary source of income. But because more people nowadays are using ad block, which I despise, and mobile usage is actually on the rise big time, which means advertising conversion isn't quite as easy as it is on a desktop. And this basically means that it is a tough time for content creators to make a living doing what we've been doing for years now, and we're simply looking to adapt to changes. So in other words, to continue what I'm doing on a daily basis, I need to rethink my revenue stream and how I'm going to approach my content creation and content distribution. And that is exactly why I'm extremely proud and excited to announce David DeFranco's Patreon campaign. Alright, so to explain Patreon to those not familiar with the platform, it's basically a fundraising platform that allows fans/supporters to financially contribute and support content creators on a monthly basis. Or a per video kind of basis, but I'm not going to do per video. That would just be insane. So basically, you can pledge $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, and the list goes on and on. But with each pledge includes exclusive perks/rewards, of which I'll actually explain now, so allow me to unlock my iPad mini, and let's discuss all the pledges, shall we? So if you donate $1 per month, you get a simple thank you from me to you for supporting my content. But for $5, this is where the value really kicks into gear. You get early access to all videos of mine that are readily available. This means that you will get access to unlisted URLs of any videos of mine that are edited and completed ahead of schedule, which does include my upcoming Seaside Heights 2014 series. So that's just something you want to keep in mind, as well as my Christmas videos, my holiday videos, and all that good stuff. Now for $5, you also get your name listed on the exclusive patrons page on my website over at daviddefranco.com/patrons. You get an invite to the monthly patrons only Google Hangout, which by the way, the Google Hangout will be publicly available to everybody, patrons and non-patrons, after it's recorded. So by being a patron, you do get to view the Google Hangout live. You also get priority email access to me using an exclusive patrons only email address. And finally, for $5, you get added to the @DavidDeFranco patrons Twitter list if requested. So if you're not familiar with Twitter lists, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a list of members on Twitter, but kind of like aggregated by myself. So if you're a patron and you're donating at least $5 a month, then you can get on that list per request. So let's talk about the $10 pledge. For $10 per month, you get everything I just mentioned, as well as an invite to the patrons only Facebook group, which I will be using to share exclusive news and details regarding my videos and my content, and also tips and tricks on how to gain YouTube viewers, subscribers, all that good stuff. But it's not only about me. As a patron of donating at least $10 per month, you will have the ability of posting your own questions, comments, and feedback in that Facebook group. So think of it as an exclusive forum available to only patrons, which I think in itself holds a lot of value. Oh, and also for $10 per month, you get a name and link of your choice over at daviddefranco.com/patrons. So for $5, you get your name, but for $10, you get your name and any link that you desire. Now for $25 per month, you get everything I just mentioned, plus your questions answered in my daily Monday through Friday videos. So this means if I do a video on Loot Crate, at the end of that video, or maybe towards the beginning, I'll say, today's question from a fellow patron comes from so-and-so, and their question is so-and-so. And the same thing goes for weekend vlogs, product unboxings, product reviews, videos like this actually. So not only is this a great way of mixing up my content, but but it's also a great way of getting your name out there. And now moving up just a bit to $50 per month, you get all those rewards I just talked about, as well as a mention of your website in my monthly Patrons Spotlight series. So every single month, I will make one video about you guys, my fellow patrons, who pledge at least $50 per month. So if you're looking to advertise your website, a product you sell, a service that you run, anything like that, for $50 per month, I will talk about that said URL in my Patron Spotlight series. So this is an excellent way of getting the word out about your website. Because it's just that. It's a video series only about you guys, the patrons. So I think just like the Facebook group, that does hold a lot of value, especially if you're like me, a content creator who's looking to make it in this world. Okay, so now we're getting up there. If you pledge at least $100 every month, you get everything I just mentioned, as well as your website URL listed in the video description of every single future weekend vlog. This alone is just an awesome promotional opportunity. My average weekend vlog gets at least 10,000 views. So picture your website URL listed in the video description every single week of a video that gets between 10,000 and 15,000 views on average. So just think about that for a second. I think that right there is pretty powerful. And now for $250 per month, which I realize is, getting up there, you get everything I just talked about, including access to the Facebook group, your website URL listed in the weekend vlog, your website talked about in my monthly Patron Spotlight video, your name and link promotion, but you also get an invite to co-host my monthly patrons-only Google Hangout, which I think could be a lot of fun. It's not only an awesome opportunity to meet one another, but it's also an awesome opportunity to get your name out there, to put your face on camera, and to meet other people, and not just myself. And now finally, the last pledge, $500 per month, which includes everything I just talked about in this video. You also get a monthly video promotion of your website between 1 to 2 minutes long. So every single month during a random video or per choice, a weekend vlog, anything like that, I will promote your website, product, service, or anything of choice for 1 to 2 minutes. And well, as you know, it only takes 1 minute to sell your product or service to somebody who is genuinely interested. So there you go. Those are the pledges for David DeFranco's Patreon campaign, as well as rewards. So as you can hopefully see, it is truly beneficial for everyone involved. And of course, these pledges are subject to change as my Patreon campaign matures over time, but everything I just talked about, that's pretty much the core. But eventually, I will introduce new pledges that just add extra layers of value. And now let's briefly discuss my monthly Patreon goals. If I make a certain amount, that means I've hit a milestone on Patreon, and basically I can introduce new features, new opportunities, new equipment to my everyday videos. Okay, so I currently have 4 goals in mind. I'm not going to go over the exact dollar amount right now because that's always subject to change, but the goals themselves are pretty much set in stone. So the first one is weekly live streams. The second goal is introducing 4K content, which I just think could be incredible. The next goal is daily vlogs. Yes, you heard that right. I will record, edit, and upload daily vlogs Monday through Friday. Now that takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of patience, and a lot of dedication. But if I hit that per month goal, then yes, daily vlogs will be happening. You had my word. And now, last but not least, this is a big one. I don't see us hitting this anytime soon, but hey, you never know. 24/7 live stream. Yes, I will be bringing back the 24/7 live stream hosted right here in my office every single day of the year, all hours of the day, which I think could be a lot of fun for everyone, but it's obviously going to take quite a while to get to that goal. So there you go. Those are my goals and my pledges, and I hope you guys find them interesting. Now, continuing the video, I do want to take a few minutes to talk about some points that I think could be important to those concerned about me, my content, and my channel. Because let me promise you guys one thing. My content, it's not changing. Everything you have been experiencing for the past 7 or 8 years or so, that is not changing one bit. My videos are still being released on schedule Monday through Friday for 100% free. That portion does not change whatsoever. If anything, I'm introducing extra layers of value to my content. That's all I'm doing. I'm just making this clear because I completely understand anyone's concern, but hopefully you know me by now. I'm a pretty down-to-earth kind of person. I'm always myself. I'm always 100% transparent with you guys. So I just want you to know my content's not changing. But for those who do want to support me financially on a monthly basis via Patreon, then yes, you will get extra layers of value not available to everyone. And actually, this works in your favor. If Patreon is successful enough at a certain point, then this means less advertising. This goes for pre-rolls, promos, sponsored videos, and anything else that applies. Because if you look at the big picture, platforms like Patreon could honestly be a game changer. If this truly takes off, my Patreon funds could easily take over the need for in-video advertising. And if that doesn't scream value, then I don't know what does. Without a doubt in my mind, this is definitely a very exciting time for not only myself, but for many other content creators out there. And now, if you do decide to become a patron, of which I'm extremely appreciative for, so thank you in advance, be sure to check out daviddefranco.com/patrons. That page lists every single contributor's name, as long as they want to submit it, as well as any link of their choice if they donate at least $10 per month. But again, for just $5 per month, you can get your name on there. But this is where the fun really begins. If you go to daviddefranco.com/patrons-access, that page is currently locked down, but anyone who donates at least $5 per month will get emailed access to that patrons-only exclusive page. And that page includes links to unlisted videos available to you, the patrons, ahead of time, as well as any other rewards included within your pledges. And of course, as I mentioned before, as my Patreon campaign grows over time, I will add more pledges over time. So this is just the beginning. I'm really excited about adding extra layers of value as time progresses. So finally, wrapping up this video, I just want you to know that I am incredibly thankful for your support. Guys, I really am. I would not be here today if it wasn't for your views, your likes, your comments, your feedback, your emails, your Facebook posts, your tweets on Twitter, everything. I am just incredibly grateful for. So if you do donate via Patreon, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. And if you do want to donate, but you don't want to use Patreon for whatever reason, you can do just that by going to daviddefranco.com/donate. That is a brand new page that I just created for those interested in Patreon, also known as monthly contributions, but it's also for those interested in making a one-time contribution using PayPal. And if you don't want to donate to my work, that's also perfectly fine. So in other words, whether or not you participate, I appreciate you either way. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for your support. This is a really exciting time, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. So as always, have an incredible weekend, and I'll see you in the weekend vloggity vlog on Monday. Your support is awesome. I'll see you then. Peace.